Hello and welcome to episode 282 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined back in Studio B by Bronell and Canoop. Harv is calling in this week. Harv, good to see you.
Yeah, I couldn't risk my missed episodes.
Yes, that's true.
Valley climb, so I call in.
Yep. Well, we're happy to have you. It's nice to be back in familiar territory here in Studio B. On this episode, we are recapping a good friend of the pod, the only 5 or 6 time guest. I'm not sure how many times he's been on this show. Roger Sloan is back in the winner's circle, winning in Utah on the Corn Ferry Tour. Bumped himself up to 27th in the top 30, so he's one step closer to being back in the show on the PGA Tour. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Lucas Glover's win, kind of.
Briefly.
Briefly, when Roger's in contention, I'm not watching a whole hell of a lot of Wyndham with Lucas Glover at the top.
Well, you posted on the story that you were coaching your kids baseball during the event. So you're not fooling anyone.
You're right. I wasn't watching the Wyndham anyway. So, but yes, it was very awkward. Constantly trying to coach. I asked one of the other coaches to coach first base so I could sit on the bench with my phone watching the event.
You did that?
Yes, I had it on top of the dugout.
Wow.
And so the kids couldn't see the phone. It was one of the very low dugouts. Kids couldn't see the phone because it was up on top. I had it on mute. I just periodically go and just follow along. And I let out a minor yell when he made birdie on 17 and then a much louder yell on 18. So we're going to get into that, obviously. Going to catch up on our weeks, a couple weeks. Canoop, nice to see you. I know you were here last week, but then you had to go to you were.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. We were at my house.
I missed last week.
That's right. I knew someone was
not my fault, but I did miss.
Oh, yes, that's right. So we got lots to catch up on, fellas. You guys played Riverside last week, which is in your weeks.
All right.
That seems more than a week ago.
It was a long time ago. But so lots to talk about. But before we get into it, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, plyrgolf.com. Use the promo code DriveTheGreen for 25% off your order, 20% a discount.
Yep.
Remember, it's Team Callaway. We love drinking Churchills. And to tie it all together, if you're listening to this and you haven't entered the Saskatchewan Day contest, there is one going on our social media channels right now. 6-pack of mowers, player water bottle, a DTG hoodie, a couple sleeves of Chrome Softs.
Those are my balls. Those are my balls. I think you're giving away.
Well, there's someone else's now, man.
Shit.
And
Elkridge passes.
4 passes to Elkridge.
Yeah, that's something. That's a package.
That is a package. So if you haven't got into it and you're listening to this right now, you better hop on and share because we're drawing it, I guess, Tuesday night.
We should maybe give it an extra day. Did we put a time on the post?
I did, yes.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow night, it says. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our weeks, and then we'll talk about Roger and, I guess, Lucas Glover. Oh, and news. Harv's away this week, so the 3 of us right before here just compiled all the news. So, Harv, you can tell us if we missed anything.
Yep, I'll keep track and see what you guys missed for sure.
Why doesn't Phone Boy go first for weeks?
Okay. The Bears going first.
Oh, I'm going first. Played, I guess, 3 rounds of golf, one at Riverside. I don't know. The format was fun. The course was not the best it's ever been when I played there, but and the pins were just ridiculous. I'm sure everyone will agree there.
Yeah. I do.
Got back to the home course and just felt comfortable again. Played a couple more times. I don't know, made 2 or 3 birdies this week. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, and I think I brought this up the last time I got a new truck, but windshields. Like, are they even, like, what are they doing with them? You drive and you get a little stone, and it's a gigantic crack instantly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, the very first car I had, I don't think I got a windshield crack, and I had that thing for 10 years.
So I heard somebody talking, I think it might have been a couple weeks ago, about Ford's windshields. Apparently they're getting made in a different factory now, and they're not holding up like they used to. So
yeah,
one statement quickly. You got another truck?
No, the white one.
Oh, okay, new truck.
I mean, I just got that in November,
the same thing too.
So it's not even a year. And the blue one I got and I got a stone chip like 3 weeks driving in a construction zone, like going 60.
Ugh.
And then this one, same thing. I mean, it's whatever, 8 months, but driving through a construction zone, and 60 kilometers an hour stone chip, and just like instantly like cracked too, so you can't even get it filled.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to tangent into my week only because this is very weird. So those that know me, I've driven my truck with a busted up bumper for the past like year because I'm punishing myself for jackknifing a trailer. So anyway, I finally took it to get fixed last week. It was in the shop for like seven business days, 9 total days.
Holy.
So it was chaos trying to deal with one vehicle here for the last week. So I got it back, driving to Lethbridge for this tournament. I got a chip in my windshield. I like literally the day after I got my truck fixed for the first time in a year. I was driving and all of a sudden a stone hits it. And to Harv's point, I was like, "Ooh, that was a good one." My wife's like, "Yeah, look at that chip." I'm like, "What? That wasn't even the loudest stone I've ever heard in my life." And it's a massive chip. So
It's insane.
that was in my week, and I'm kind of upset you took my good story away.
Oh, it's still a decent story now.
Okay,
Continue.
But yeah, no drinks, so I'm still at
made up number.
400 or something. I'm
Made
pretty
up.
sure it's like 400.
380 on the year.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess you're on your phone, so you had to look it up, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, 380. I'll go next just because half my story was that truck story. So, but mine is not a crack. It is still a chip. I'm going to try to get it fixed tomorrow. Hopefully, they can do something with it.
Do you have a package policy?
No.
Never mind then.
But also, this is a funny story.
Or a Canadian Tire.
Not necessarily funny, but this guy's been posting up in the mall parking lot for the past like 3 months. This Darren's windshield repair, or Waldo's windshield repair here in Moose Jaw. I think that's what it is, Waldo's. But anyway, I see him there all the time, and I'm like, I've never seen that guy repairing a windshield before. So I met my dad there. He had to meet me to drop something off last week, and I said the exact same thing to him while I was there. I'm like, have you ever seen this guy have a repair before? He's like, no, I haven't. As we were talking about it, someone drove up and he started repairing their windshield. So there's one. And two, I was like, well, I kind of want to go to him now because that guy's been putting in the time. I should probably help him out.
Yep.
Like, they're always posted up in mall parking lots, and you never see anyone getting their windshield repaired.
No.
Like, there's got to be some sort of business there for them to keep doing it, but I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to get it done. But, yes, I was in a ball tournament, or my son was in a ball tournament in Lethbridge. Last one of the year, so ball's finally finished just for a nice little 2-week break until I think hockey starts right away, which is
My kid's in a camp starting next week.
Next week, yeah. Like, so camps are starting, all this stuff. It's like no time off.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. But I did have a chance to play Paradise Canyon in Lethbridge while I was there. Very nice course.
So what would you say is nicer, that or Bloom?
Oh,
What did you enjoy
know.
playing better?
I don't know. I really enjoyed Desert Bloom and Medicine Hat, but I think I like Paradise more.
Really? Okay.
It was it. No, I don't know. I found Paradise. The greens were tiny.
Oh yeah.
Very small greens, but it was in very good shape. I really enjoyed how the rough was very lush. It was very well maintained. The greens were great, and the course is just similar to Bloom. It's built in a community, so there's houses along some of the holes. Yeah. It's kind of carved out of the valley. They're very similar courses, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Bloom's a little bit nicer, but I think I enjoyed Paradise Canyon more. If that makes sense.
Yep.
I started double birdie, like double bogey birdie. So I was like, okay, this is good. Shot 39 on the front and then like 44 on the back, I think it was. So just kind of lost it a little bit, a couple triples in there. I did a
too many
whole
drinks?
Nope.
Oh.
I was the driver, so I barely had any. Maybe that was my problem.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to meander my way through, figuring out which one I'm going to do a whole vlog on for social media. And then I picked 13 out of all the holes, and I had a snowman on a par 5. Wait till you see this. Luckily, it was red stakes, so I hit it into the red stakes off the tee, and then dropped 3 and immediately hit it directly into the bush in front of me. Drop 5.
Oh, yeah.
and then almost got up and down for 7, but And then in the video, actually, I think for the video it'll be a 9 because I hit my 8th putt, the putt with the head cover on. I just
Oh yeah.
walked up to it and hit it with the head cover. I missed it, so I guess it's technically a 9. Other than that, yep, that's it on my list. I had 20 drinks this week, so I'm at 564 on the year. And 2 rounds. I played men's night as well. Went birdieless at men's night, so I had 2 birdies in 2 rounds. Yeah, birdieless at men's night.
Damn.
Royal is easier than Hillcrest. It's my home course. I still can.
That's your home course now, the Royal.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah.
I might just get a membership there and drive.
I want another crack at that place. I'm only played it once.
So that's my week.
You probably had a busy week. I can go.
Sure. I had 2 weeks, but
Yes, so very busy.
I'm gonna start.
not really.
I'm gonna start my week off with the trampoline saga. I know
Not
it
again.
continues.
Again?
It continues. Yes, it continues. So Monday.
I'm going to go grab
Is
another
it still
beer.
in your yard?
So here it goes. So Monday, I finally told my realtor, I said, I'm taking this down today. I am putting it in my garage. When they want it, they can give me $100 an hour for storing it and taking it down. So she says, okay, I will text them and let them know. No, okay, they're going to actually come pick it up today. I said, okay, great, perfect. I'll move it a little closer to the fence so they can get it out. Hour later, well, actually, they're really busy. Do you mind if they just come do it on the weekend? I said, we're probably gone all week. I don't care, but it needs to fucking be gone already. Okay,
heard
yeah,
that before.
yeah, that's fine. They're going to get a quote from this moving company. They're going to come and get it, and then it will be gone out of your hair. I am so sorry for this, blah, 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 blah. They want to compensate you. Okay, cool. Like, that's great. It's been here for 4 months. Next week. 2 hours later, you know what? They can just keep it. the quote to pick it up was too high.
So
Okay,
you
cool.
get to keep it.
So we're
Oh,
keeping
no.
this fucking shop.
They
Just
no
wait.
takesy backsies.
Just wait. So remember, 2 weeks ago, they came and got those poles, right?
Oh, yeah.
He said,
Oh,
oh yeah,
no.
like, don't worry about it. They can keep it. We'll bring them the poles here, like, early this week, and then they can just, sorry for the inconvenience. It's been a week. We still don't have the fucking poles. Who knows when we're going to get them? So now this thing's ours, but I can't even use it.
Well, you can, but
No, you can't.
No, you can't use it without the stuff around
The
it.
netting and all of the attachments are just sitting on the trampoline because I can't take the net off.
oh,
Right? The net needs to be connected to the uprights around the net that they've taken. So the net is
Your
laying.
kid doesn't need to lose any more teeth anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean,
I think you should throw it away.
no, it's like $2,500 for this.
So are you going to sell it when you get it back? You should sell it.
I'm selling
should
one of the
repost it. You
one of the
should
ones that I
repost
own
it.
is getting sold. I don't know which one yet.
Repost it
But-
on the same marketplace ad. Like reply to their ad with your ad for
That'd be
$100
hilarious.
less.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened this week. And then after that, we've been busy with ball. Tucker's been in Regina for Canadians. They have not fared so well. It's been a little bit of a rough week. Today was really good. They had a chance to win, but kind of blew it down the stretch. Unfortunately, I finally get to sleep in my own bed. I've been chaperoning, sleeping with my kid and 2 other kids in a room since, Thursday night?
Yes.
So I'm excited to get the hell out of there, but tomorrow's the last game. We got to do our makeup game tomorrow, and then they're going to go in and watch some games because they won't make playoffs. So it's been a good week. I think the kids have enjoyed it, but it is a long week, right? We play one
it's
game
way
a day.
too much.
We played one
Baseball's a
game a
lot.
day, and we're
Why don't you
waking up
play
in
twice?
the morning. Well, because they want like pitchers, right? So they don't
It's
want to
for
wear all the
pitching, yeah.
pitchers out, and so we played at 5 o'clock most days. So we're waking up and just
Wear
twiddling
them
our
out. They're,
thumbs.
That's
they're
the worst
12
part.
years
is
old. They're
Yeah,
good
but-
to go.
No,
I
but
don't
they
understand
They
that.
have those pitching rules.
I know they do,
right?
but they're
Whatever
dumb.
it is. So
dumb.
I
Well,
don't remember
they're
that when
12.
I was a kid.
My kid's 9, and they have pitching rules.
I know.
We
I
went
know.
to this tournament in Lethbridge with 9 kids, and we had to play 4 games in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
Every kid's got a pitch.
Everyone's got a pitch.
Yeah.
So part of the reason why they have the rules
Yeah.
is so that one kid can't just run the table
That's
all
true.
week
Yeah.
and blow his arm out by the time he's 15, and that team's just the best team. Whoever's got the best
Yeah.
pitcher is the best team.
That's true, yeah.
So
So golf has not been on my mind one bit, watching or playing.
Okay.
a rare you saying you're not going to golf actually coming to fruition.
I probably won't golf until
No, just
the.
quit while
I'm
you're
gonna
ahead.
get one. I want to golf Friday with
Don't.
Harv. I want to go Friday, but that'll probably be my last round until like the 21st, which is messed up to say.
I just gave you a compliment about being right, and then you had to go and say
I
something
said
wrong
one time.
immediately.
One time in the next 2 weeks. So I did get 2 rounds in this week. Well, Riverside. Listen, I played Riverside with you guys,
Yeah.
and then played Deer Valley Wednesday.
Yeah. So you're still getting them in.
A little bit disappointed in the shape out there. I know we've maybe complained a little bit on our pod about our greens and how they wintered. Deer Valley they didn't quite make it out as good as we did,
Really?
unfortunately.
Ah, shoot.
But I still love that place. It's a fun track to go to. What did I get? 7 birdies, so 148 on the year. Also had 8 drinks. 8 of them were all beer, so 438 and 168.
All right.
Done for me.
168, eh? 168 birdies to my 28.
No, that's the
148,
beers.
That's beer.
Oh, okay, good.
468 you're at for drinks?
438.
Oh, shit.
You beat him, you lapped
Yeah,
him.
so my kids were gone for a week, so yeah, my booze count's kind of skyrocketed a little bit.
I don't even care about your boost count. I want to hear your fucking rounds.
I don't keep track of my rounds.
100. You have
That's something I would do too if I had as many rounds as you, is just stop keeping track of them.
162 holes this week.
This week.
Yeah,
Did
you
you play
played
10
every single day, but
No, I
one.
didn't play every day. I
What
played.
day?
I played Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, Sunday. I didn't play Saturday.
And
and today.
And
And today.
Yeah, well, that's a new week. That's a new week. And guess what, bud? I'm not playing at all for the rest of the week. I might
sure.
play on the weekend.
So
Well,
a
I'd love to
144
play Friday, but you're already playing, and I guess I can't play now. So,
Well, I'm
I
on
thought we were
standby.
playing together this week.
If I can't play, then you can go. But if I'm playing, you
I
can't come.
I can't play men's night. So,
But we can play another time.
yeah. If you're going, I might just show up, and then you can make the decision. If you don't want to go out, then don't go out.
I'll go out after you. I'll
Sure.
join someone else.
You would. That's never going to happen either, by the way. You're going to be crawling back to me like next week, I bet. You're going to
No.
be asking me, hey, do you want to go play?
You know what? The next round we're gonna play is Legends.
No way. Not a
We
chance.
don't
the
have
middle
to
of
play together
September.
there either. That's the
You
thing.
both play way too much.
I can't hear a thing Harv's saying.
Nah, that's okay. I can.
One more time, Harv.
I said we don't have to play together in Warman. It's that big of a deal.
Yeah, we
You
do.
know what? I'll let it slide for Mormon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to quit.
So-
I'm not going to quit mid-round.
I think
that
it's
time,
just
so.
sheer numbers wise. You both play so much, you're bound to run into each other.
Yeah,
together
my
in a
rounds are
group.
going to go way
so
down
much.
now,
I'm
though.
third on this pod. We've talked about this before. It was tight before, but I know that Harv has more than I do.
Oh, Harv has more than I do, too. Yes, he does.
Not anymore.
No
buddy
chance.
Boy.
Yeah, he does.
Uh-uh.
He played like 3 or 4 of those rounds with me this week, man.
Oh,
I only played 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly. 3 or 4, I said.
Yeah, and you played
It's
6.
No, this is a new day. This is a new week. Today doesn't count.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, but you also played. You're forgetting the last week where you played Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Monday. Like,
No, that's wrong.
I would
Anyways,
love for you to have kept up your end of the bargain by keeping track of rounds.
yeah.
Uh,
It's kind of piss poor, actually.
well, I can. I got to update the spreadsheet. but-
Okay.
Yeah.
Please do. Yeah.
So yeah, had a week with all my kids. The best part, I mean, obviously golfing all the time is a huge bonus, but the best part of not having kids is, I think I've said this before on the pod, even when you're working, just getting up and going to work
Yeah. Like
Oh,
10
yeah.
minutes
without the
before you
kids.
need to
I
be
was
there.
getting up at 7:25 and out the door at 7:45, and like no stress, no pressure of
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you up yet? You know, getting those comments, but that was my favorite part of the week, going to work.
Just on time.
Yeah,
In,
just-
in an
yeah.
expeditious fashion.
Yes, exactly.
Where were the wife and kids?
Wife was
Saskatoon?
here.
Oh,
Yeah, kids
Oh,
were
wow.
gone. Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
wait, you're just a 20-minute out the door?
Yeah. How long does it take you?
I don't know. That would give me anxiety to be out that quick. Like, I got to be up like an hour before just so I can just meander, and then I'm still late leaving.
Yeah. No, that's.
no, I'm a
Wow.
shower and
I don't even so
Throw some dippity doo and then I'm gone.
yeah. I used to be in the wintertime I'm in the office job, I'm shower every morning for sure. But now I used to have to shower every single morning just to wake up. But this summer I've really become accustomed to not showering, so I'm like 11 minutes out the door. It's wake up, I have my shit in the bathroom. I wake up, take a piss, brush my teeth, put on my clothes, go make a piece of toast and eat it on the way out. I think it takes me 11 minutes to get out the door.
Yeah.
So how's that for anxiety, Harv?
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Yeah, I'll time it tomorrow for you.
Please do, because like I said, that would give me anxiety.
I can maybe even live stream it.
I mean, it's not really an issue because my kids have me up at 5:15, but still, like, if they for whatever don't piss the bed and sleep till 6, like, I still get up just to like meander and take my time, and then I still leave late most days. So
Post pod topics. Yeah.
Let's get your boost count. Let's talk about Roger.
Well, I wanted to talk about my kids came home yesterday and it was my oldest 8th birthday, so we had his first sleepover party.
You had kids here all
two kids over for like 24 hours it felt like. And we went to Turtles. Pretty good.
Is it?
Oh yeah?
Pretty good.
Heard the Barbie movie's pretty good too.
Won't be going to watch that.
it's terrible.
Okay. One of us is right.
Heard Oppenheimer's all right, but it's 3 hours. So.
It's not great.
Oh, you went?
I went to it.
Heard it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing if you like history.
Yeah, I don't like
I
history.
love that stuff.
So it's not. So here, I guess. Sorry, I should clarify.
Oppenheimer's the opposite of a Maddie B movie.
Yep, sure is. So
I went right now.
I went only because it's Christopher Nolan. I mean, he's put out bangers, but it is way too long
They all
way
are.
too slow. It's just slow.
This is new Christopher Nolan though. Like ever since like Tenet, he does these weirdo movies.
Yeah.
Where it's like cinematography and
Yeah. So that was cool. Like there's lots of cool shots for that type, but it is not action movie. I was instantly wishing I would have went to Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Like, that's a movie.
Like even the kids' movies are way too long now. Like Turtles was an hour 40. It's like that could be an hour 20.
That's
not
why
bad. Hour
It's not
40 is
bad,
good.
but
Mario's like 120 and it was perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
My youngest had to piss twice during the movie.
Did you send him on his own for the second one? You know where you're going.
No, I didn't.
So
yeah, that's
sorry,
it. I guess
how was the
boost
overnight?
It was fine.
Kids didn't want to go home. in
There
the middle of the night?
may have been one accident, but
Too much pop.
yeah,
Yeah, should have went to the movies.
wasn't my kids. So
oh, you know what
Send 'em
I forgot to
home
bring
wet
up? I
pants.
went to wrestling. The wrestling show up at the lake on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
you did. How was it?
Oh, it was fun. It was exactly what you'd think about for a local
it looked
talent.
awful.
I mean, it wasn't awful, but like it was my son's first wrestling experience, and I don't know. It was just kind of neat seeing him thinking it's real. Like
So-
he was just all into it and just booing guys and like thinking the moves actually hurt these guys, and
Yeah.
so that was kind of cool to see that.
You said local guys in it. Did you know anyone wrestling?
No.
No.
Why would I know them?
Well, who knows? You're kind of from up that area. You spend a lot of time up there.
He's in the wrestling scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the wrestling scene?
Yeah, you are.
Like big fan wrestling
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Because I watch wrestling? We're a wrestling pod. I got to stay up on it.
That's a good point. You boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't get any interviews for us.
But yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah,
Okay.
the enjoyment that my son had, that was really made it kind of fun.
Nice.
But yeah, move on.
2 weeks worth of boost count, Churchill boost count, 54 for the 2 weeks. So I'm up to 480 in 218. So still got a long ways to go to catch Matty
That's
B.
it, eh?
But
Wait a second here.
yeah, I was at 426 on the night.
480.
30-24.
You're only 64 behind. You keep this up.
Yeah.
I
ain't gonna.
might not have any this week.
Why do you say that every single week?
I don't know. Makes me feel better at the time. All right, let's get into Roger Sloan's victory at the Utah
We're going straight there,
Championship?
eh?
Oh, Roger over PGA Tour, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
What a finish it was. So Knoop tried his ever-loving best
No, I
to
knew
jinx
it.
him.
No, you got
that
lucky.
was
I
the
fucking
worst
knew it.
jinx attempt of all
It was
time.
not a jinx
Like, it made
attempt.
me sick to my stomach.
No, but
I had
here-
to bring it up because someone was going to do it, and if
No
someone
one
else
was
did
gonna
it,
do it.
yes, he would have.
No, why
We
would
all
I do
Yeah,
it?
he
knew-
would have.
I
No,
said
I
it in
never
the
do
group.
it.
You
No.
didn't even know he was in contention until
Yes.
that moment.
So,
Then you had to open
I
your
knew
trap.
that he was up there, and then as I'm watching the riders, someone texts me. He's like, "Oh boy, big stretch of holes there for Sloan." I was like, "Oh, better check it out." Sure enough, yeah.
I am actually upset. Like
I knew.
actually upset.
I knew.
I knew that Rod. Did you know he shot in the first round?
No.
Like exactly.
No.
You didn't even. He was within the top 15 the entire tournament.
I
Of
saw his
course
first
we
round.
knew. Yeah.
I saw his
Of
first
course
round.
we knew.
Yeah.
I felt
I
bad.
follow every single round.
I felt bad for checking his first round,
Yes.
even though I didn't say anything about it. I felt bad
You know
for
how many
looking
times-
at it.
I was watching Sunday, and I was thinking, like,
All I wanted to do was
post,
post.
no,
a GIF.
everyone just don't say anything.
Yes.
But I did that before, and that fucked them up, so I just didn't say anything.
I'll
Just
say
kept
this:
watching.
if anyone can say anything, it would be me.
I know.
Yeah,
yes.
because you
we
get
knew
all the breaks.
I was sitting there
That's right.
all day, and I knew that I knew Brodell and Harv were both sitting at their phone, just like one of us should say something, but I can't do it. But I can't do it. And then I was like, I know Knoop's coming in here to say something.
Yeah.
As soon as he just remembers that there's a Corn Ferry event this week, he'll come in here and he'll say something. And then in like the fourth inning of this kid's ball game, I see a message from Knoop. Come on, Raj, baby. I'm like, oh my god. What is going on here? And then the cat's out of the bag at that point, and then we all just pile on him for trying to jinx him. But luckily for us, it did not work.
Just bringing
one
it
of-
to the forefront. That's all.
In one of the most gutsy efforts of the season, Roger birdies 3 of the last 4 holes and takes this thing. An absolute daggers on 17 and 18.
Like just
Well, my shot of the week, I'll give it away, is his recovery shot on 16, because that was
Yes.
also a foot from ending up in the hazard.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and I mean, this is one of those perfect opportunities for Golf Channel to show a Corn Ferry event and, be genuinely interested. Like, not that we're not interested, but you're not following. If Roger is not up there or Silverman's not up there or one of those guys on the Canadian guys on there, you're not watching Corn Ferry at that point.
Probably not. no.
Yeah, like when Wyndham went to the rain delay and like, we're going to go over to the Utah, I was like, all right, sweet. Like, I'm not upset.
Yes.
Like, kids were unwinding from a day at the beach, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch this. And then, yeah, the rain delay, and then a Utah Open was on, or whatever it is.
The stars align for us really as a viewing experience. So,
And you could tell that he's had experience in that position before. Like, he just stepped up there on 17, pump driver, throws it on to, 10 feet, easy putt, rolls it in. Okay, now I just need to birdie 18.
Yeah.
And he hadn't birdied 18 all week, but
yeah,
pump driver again, sauces a dart in there to 3 feet, and that's
all she wrote.
made it look so easy.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
it just made...
Which was kind of crazy, because he didn't really hit driver well from holes 9 to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Like, it was kind of errant, really, but to turn it on when he did was pretty sweet.
It's one of those cases similar to Nick Taylor at the Canadian Open, where you want to truly believe that the guy you're cheering for can get it done, and then you're just waiting to be heartbroken. And it's kind of that almost happened when he bogeyed, 2 of 3 there?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And it's just like,
11
oh,
and 13 or whatever.
it's
it was.
like, oh, he had it, and now please get it back. Please get it back.
He's always struggled with hole 18. too.
Yes.
Like, he always
We made it a
bogeys
point,
18.
and he's like, and
Yeah.
then we brought it up to him that one interview.
'Cause-
He's like, oh, I've never noticed that. And then it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Because
should
the announcers are like, oh, he just needs to birdie to win here. I'm like, well, hopefully he doesn't bogey and lose it, not even go to a playoff.
Yes.
Because that entered my mind too. But
Yeah.
Well,
and with
And that
Canucks.
Pete Fish or whatever his name is, he didn't make a bogey all week.
Yeah, he didn't make a
Clean card
bogey.
the entire 72 holes.
doesn't
And
win.
to finish at 23 and not make a bogey is impressive.
Yes.
and not
And
win.
not win.
And
Yeah.
not win, yes.
Well, I mean, he hit an unbelievable shot on 18. Like, he was in the rough. Chunk pulled it out, hit a tree, went even farther left, and then the announcers had him lined up at the right side of the green. They're like, he might be he'll be lucky to have 60 feet for par, and he just flops it over it to 10 feet, then cans it to save par.
Yeah. It was
But it's just adding on to the list of impressive Canadian golf displays, I guess, by players this year.
Well, who made that tweet today?
Jason
Is
Logan.
this a better year for Canadians than 2003?
Yeah, it
Well,
was Jason Logan, Score Golf.
I'm not ready to go that far yet, but it's
I mean, there's
getting
been a
pretty
lot
close.
of Canadians up there.
I don't know
winning
what else happened in 03 other than what, but there couldn't have been.
There wasn't.
Hold on, let me pull.
There
it up
was
here.
not the
Here it is.
supporting cast that this year has.
So
No.
03.
No, and if Brooke Henderson wins this upcoming week, then it absolutely is better than 2003.
So
Yeah.
03 was Mike Weir wins the Hope, it says.
He won
the-
3
yeah,
events
yeah.
that year.
Nissan Masters and went 3-2 at President's Cup. Moreland won the National Bank. Barr on the Senior Tour. Straight wins on the U.S. Senior Women's AM at 69. And then this year with Taylor, obviously RBC Canadian Open. Connors at Valero. Henderson on the LPGA. Silverman and Sloan on Cornford KFT. Ames 3 times. And
That's
then
better.
someone else had chimed
Hughes.
in.
Hughes won.
Well, and Hughes and Svensson won technically in this year, but not
Yes.
the calendar year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the calendar year.
Yeah.
And then
So
like
maybe that's why
Stumac
it
is
feels better when you think about those two as well.
I think
Yeah,
it's better
but then you
without
have-
those two.
Stumac playing really well.
Stumac won.
Right, he's won a
Papineau
couple
won.
times. Papineau's won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? Sharp won.
Yeah.
So
It's better year. It is.
Yep. I agree.
Really
Well,
is.
we
Yep.
were like debating whether or not Taylor's win was just as good as Mike's win.
Yeah.
So if it's
Plus
if
all
that-
these
if
other
that's
things.
close, plus all these other, then
Yeah.
maybe it is the best of all time.
I
Yeah.
just think it's Canadian golf it's the best time to be a fan right now.
That's right.
Another thing too that I was very happy is that Roger waited a week to win, because if he would have won last week, when another very prominent sports media group was broadcasting last week's event, and then they
yes.
interview him. No, he's our guy.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't get him.
Yeah.
Did actually one last thing too. I reached out to Raj, fired him a congratulatory text. He said thanks, and then I asked if he wanted to hop on for a celebration for Victory Lap, and he's got some family things that he's doing today to celebrate, so he couldn't quite hop on. So he said he'll make sure to make an appearance here soon.
Good.
But obviously he's got to focus too,
Yep.
because now he's moved to 27th in the top 30. So he's got to
And
put.
they still got a bunch of events left.
Yeah, they
got,
do.
They got 2 events before the playoffs start,
Yes.
but it's top 30 in the regular season
Yes.
and then top 30 in the playoffs, right? So
Yes.
he's got to hold on here for the next 2 weeks.
2 tournaments. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they have a 4-week playoff event.
Yeah, and the reason why they've obviously said tour bound to like Silverman, those guys, they already have enough points that no one can catch them.
Yeah.
So they already know. I think it's even the top 8 or 10 now
Yeah.
are already in.
Yep.
But yeah, Roger, he's been putting together some decent finishes of late. So if he can keep these rolling, who knows? He's going to be back on the PGA Tour and
And maybe he just listened to the pod, because I think it was 2 weeks ago or even last week that I said he needs to win. He essentially needs to win.
yeah, he did just
And
that
then
jump
he
from
went out and
92.
did it.
From 92 to
credit to
27.
me.
Yeah, credit to you. Yeah,
And-
I guess so.
Who knows what that looks like? Because they haven't. I don't know. We'll talk about it later here with the new schedule, but they didn't really get into the weeds with much of what happens here once President's Cup is over or Ryder Cup is over, right?
Yeah.
Like what's happening with these tournaments? Who's playing in these tournaments in the fall? Who knows? Maybe that's where Raj goes out and shines.
Well,
Gets to play a
and like I
bunch
say,
and-
Raj and Silverman, who are 2 of our first guests on this show, are both have had their ups and downs on the PGA Tour. Corn Ferry, back to Corn Ferry for a little bit, and now hopefully they're both back up.
Yeah.
And we get to see them succeed along with the plethora of other Canadians on the PGA Tour. All right, speaking of the PGA Tour, there was an event this week. Wyndham Championship, Lucas Glover. I didn't pay a ton of attention because A, Raj,
You're coaching, but baseball.
B, coaching, and any golf that I was paying attention to was not the Wyndham, other than Lucas Glover and the potential jokes we could make if he blew it. But now he didn't. So if he wasn't sleeping in the bed before, he's certainly sleeping in the bed, and maybe succeeding in the bedroom. Other than his wife wasn't there, so who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did a big piece. PGA Tour did a big piece on him.
And his kids being there.
Was that Saturday? Maybe I think it was, and it was just his kids. Nowhere to be seen in this video was his wife.
And again, we haven't done a whole lot of digging, so we don't want to jump to conclusions. We have no idea.
I'm
just
sure
saying
she was
we
just
don't-
out like lingerie
We just
shopping.
like to make jokes about it.
Lingerie shop.
lingerie shop.
Oh boy.
She took a beeline from the weapons store to the lingerie shop.
Yeah.
So,
But it
brass
was
knuckles.
kind of funny that he ends up winning after he makes a big stink about only 70 players in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, he's obviously in and obviously has exemption for another 2 years, but it was kind of funny, I thought. But
Yeah, I really hope it's not health related that she wasn't there, because I'm going to feel bad about these comments. But we'll just
We can
scrub this
retract.
episode
Yeah, that's right.
for the middle section of it if we need to.
From La Amo to La Senza. That's literally all I had written down for the Wyndham is the Glover stuff and then JT.
What about Return of Horschel? Let's talk about Return of Horschel briefly
Return of-
before.
man,
for two-
return, that guy's one final straw of going into a mental institute. Do you see his pre-shot routines?
Yes,
Like,
it's
he
gotten
is
worse.
broken as a human being.
But-
It's gotten worse.
So you just think it was just that rare occurrence of no
It
matter
all,
how
it all
broken.
lined up this week.
Yeah, no matter how broken you are, even a broken clock is right twice a day type thing.
Exactly. Like the hitches before he hits it and the putting thing, like that makes me want to puke.
I mean, there were some low scores on Sunday, and he shot 72. So I don't know.
Yeah, he went
Okay.
backwards.
Like did you guys watch when he putts?
Yes.
You posted what's wrong with Horschel in the group chat, so I went and watched. Yes, it's
And like
No
he's just
comment.
like, I don't know, like almost like a dry heave. Like he's just like his body's just like lurching and like
Puking.
he's like trying to inch closer to the ball and then he just hits it.
well, yeah, he's been
It's-
doing the
it's weird.
quick step up to the ball for a while now. Like he was in the match play, it was very apparent, but it seems like it's gotten even worse, for sure.
Yeah, like it is weird. And he's not a beard guy and he's trying to be and he ain't.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a midlife golf crisis, I think.
Searching, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about JT and then let's move on to news. We got lots of it for sure. JT came out and said he'd rather be on Ryder Cup than in the playoffs. That's something I would say too if I was going to miss the playoffs.
But so
on the number.
yes, but
I got
so
news for you. He ain't in both. He ain't in either.
the one thing I was thinking of is he still has exemptions, right? He won the PGA Championship last year.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if he didn't have a card going into next year, I wonder what that exact same quote would be,
Yeah.
right? Like I think that changes absolutely everything because he has a place to play next year, right? If he's 75, has no.
Doesn't he have a place to play? Like, don't they? Are those not stacked? Because he also won the Players 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know how that works.
Like
But-
he won like the two most PGA Tour exemption tournaments that you can.
Yeah, I don't think they're stacked, but there's. I mean,
He's
he's
there
got
for
he's
5
got
years
exemptions.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got lots of time, and that's something that you would say. I just don't know the telecast. Like I said, I didn't watch lots, but I was still updating Twitter and whatnot every evening. So you go back to the start of the day. I don't know about you guys. That's how I go Twitter.
Yep.
I try to not touch anything. You know how they used to auto refresh all the way to the top? Well, it stopped doing that, so you can kind of go back and then just load more tweets. So I just try to start in the morning and go through,
I'm
all-
a refresh to the latest kind of guy and then go
and then
back.
go all the
back.
way back.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
psycho
Oh,
that way.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a
Yeah,
for
until
you
get
guy.
bored with it and then just
That
You know,
actually
see something
doesn't
that's
surprise
already
me
new.
with you. Not one bit.
And I'm
Makes
a
a lot of sense.
that I'm a for you guy, or that I refresh it all the way.
That you
to
go,
the top?
start at the top. And
oh,
then
I
go
hate
down.
the for you.
You're a for you guy.
Oh yeah.
So you're looking at stuff
Oh.
that's like 2 days old
Just look at
sometimes.
Steelers stuff.
Oh
Over and
yeah,
over. That's all you
Steelers
get.
stuff. No, I'm not a for you guy.
But
But
speaking of Steelers, fuck, they're gonna be good this year, you guys. You're-
That's
I
'cause
can't
he's a
wait for the
for
season.
you guy. That's all the for you stuff for him shows
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
How the Steelers are going to be 10-7.
Oh man, that's bad. But anyway, a lot of the Twitter feed was catching up on all this JT stuff, and it's just like, why are they making it such a big deal about this guy? Like he was dominating the telecast and Twitter feed and all that. It's
Because
just
there
like,
was nothing else to talk about.
Because he hit that rat hook on 18 and then almost chipped in.
yeah, the almost chip in was it would have been a kind of cool story though.
It probably could have gone in. Yep.
So the one thing that I had taken from, I guess, from Twitter about all this stuff, that if that live had never existed, if all those guys were back, how bad of a year his year would have looked this year, right? You probably get, 15 to 20 guys maybe probably ahead of him potentially.
15 to 20.
Okay, I'll say, 15.
5.
Right? So he's...
I was gonna say 7.
He's 90?
5 to 7, I give you.
Oh my God, more than that. Bro.
No, think how good those guys would be if they were playing for something for real, though.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
5 to 7.
saw it for the last
It's
5
more than
years.
that.
It's
more
Smith,
than that.
DJ, and Bryson. That's it. That's it.
It's more than that.
Do you hear Arv? Do you hear Arv on the phone? He's like, imagine if those guys were playing for something. Yeah, they were, and that's the reason why they're on the live is they weren't good enough where they were.
I guess Brooksy maybe thrown in there too, but
Maybe 8 guys. I'll give you 8.
But Brooksy only cares about the majors, so
Yeah.
he'd have the exact same season as he had.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah,
better
but
than him.
He'd still
he
be
won
better
a
than
major,
JT,
so he's
so.
obvious. JT's already 72nd.
Yep.
You know.
I
So
haven't
worse.
heard the first sentence of Harv's comments all night. Like, I can't stand this phone shit. Can't stand it.
Well, you'll hear it tomorrow when you
Well,
listen.
the reason why is you're so far away. Next time Harv calls in, you can sit in my spot.
I might sit with the bear right beside him.
You guys got anything else to talk about on the Wyndham?
No, I didn't watch a shot. Unfortunately, I've been too busy.
Good congratulations to Lucas Glover. It just so happens he was overshadowed by Roger.
That's quite the career that he's actually
And
put
Bryson.
together.
I did read that he is the oldest winner since Phil won the PGA Championship.
Oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a hell of a career.
he won that major pretty early in his career, and
Yeah.
he just kind of grinded. You know?
Yep.
I guess we'll do Ace's birthday shots the week. I don't know.
Yeah. You got Canadians. You do Canadians first.
Oh yeah, Canadians. Svensson had a great week. T7.
T7. Yep.
Gliggs was up there. I think Knoop jinxed him.
Nope.
T67, tough weekend. And then
Yep.
Hadwin, Hughes, and Pendrith missed cuts. So
Okay. Aces.
no, great. A few aces. Maya Stark from the LPGA made an ace. Biggest one of the week was Davis Shore on the PGA Tour Canada made an ace on a par 4. So we've talked about I've talked about how I'd rather have an albatross than an ace.
Came up on Twitter again.
Yeah.
68% said they'd rather have an ace than
Yep.
albatross.
Yeah.
So you're in the
But
32%.
So I mean, I think everybody can agree, an ace on a par 4 is the ultimate, right?
Yep.
That's
Yeah, it
you're
is.
getting
Is both.
two birds stoned at once. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's my goal in golf until
Is
I
that
die.
is that the footnote to your comment of rather getting an albatross? Is you're actually been talking about an ace on a par 4 this whole time?
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
with that. Let's go with that. Yeah. And then the Canadian women's AM, where was that?
Actually, I don't even know.
Out east somewhere, I think. But two
Chances are.
aces on the first day, and one by Chloe Wills from Saskatchewan. So
It's kind of cool.
Yes.
good job, Chloe. Birthdays, there was. Oh, I guess my son had a birthday.
Yep.
Justin Rose, Tom Brady. I don't know why that made the news.
Oh, you did put
Who
it
put
in.
Tom Brady in
Hey,
there?
he's been in, 2 matches? So I guess he's kind of a golf guy.
Yeah,
yep.
he made that fake ace
And
too.
Justin Rose, we talked last week.
Oh, ouch, Canoop.
No, that was this week. But
And Patrick Reed also turned whatever, 55 or whatever he is. Shots
Yeah.
of the week. I know Harv went with his Roger shot, but mine's Roger shot on 18. That's the shot of the week. Won the golf tournament.
Yep. I'll give you that.
0. Didn't see one single golf shot. On
Not
any
even
tour.
Rogers. Just
No.
just jinxed him, and
Actually,
that was
sorry, I
it.
saw Rogers putt on 18.
Just knew enough
That's
to
it.
jinx him.
Yeah. So you just put on 18. Was that because it made our story, or?
Oh yeah, when you put it in our group, that's when I saw it. Yep.
How about your putt on 18 at Riverside?
Which one?
When you blew
Wasn't that
way
on a
by
whole
and then
vlog?
missed.
Isn't that a whole vlog?
Yeah, we'll see it. Don't want to give it away.
It wasn't
Okay.
a putt though. It was off the green. So
Okay.
Okay. News.
I guess so.
News. This is going to be a mess, I think.
It's a mess. My writing is so small on here. Let's go
Well,
to...
it doesn't help that that sheet's so far away from you right now.
We got it. We talked about Bryson a little bit. We should probably talk about it a little bit more. The guy shot 58 with a bogey.
It's a wild.
It's a par
thing.
70, but
Still.
I'm not
But again,
taking anything away from him there.
I don't know. Is that harder or easier?
Yeah, I hate that.
Because
I
he
hate
didn't
that
make
argument.
He didn't even make an eagle.
I hate it too. I hate that argument.
He didn't make an eagle. Right? Like that's super impressive.
Yeah, 13 birdies and a bogey.
In the rain.
Yes. I will say, yeah, I know you hate that argument, but I mean, the 50, I don't know what the 59s, 58s conversation is, but the majority of them are on 70s, are they not?
Felix was
think
on a
so, yeah.
70.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, it's almost impossible on a 72.
Yeah,
Like, you just think, like,
gets
you
pretty
need
tough.
eagles for sure. Just the fact that he had 13 birdies is the insane part to me.
Yeah.
Even if you said it was 58 or just saying the guy had 13 birdies in a round to me is, I don't need to know what he shot.
Yeah.
Well,
It could be 13 birdies and 5 bogeys and didn't have a single par. And I'm like, 13 birdies is crazy, man.
the fact that he shot his average score on the weekend was 59.5.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
I've played on several 4-man scrambles, and it's like, yeah, we made 13 birdies today. We're pretty happy with that,
Yeah.
you know, and with like pretty solid teams,
Yes.
right?
He did it by himself. Now, since we're on this line of thinking, Kyle Berkshire could shoot 55. I think Bryson could shoot 55 at the Hillcrest.
He might shoot 50.
50.
Bryson's a professional golfer. Kyle Berkshire's not a professional
He is
golfer.
a
It's a-
professional golfer.
No,
He
he's not, you
absolutely
guys.
He
is.
hits it further than Bryson does.
If you go to his Wikipedia right now, it will say professional long drive golfer. So
Bryson
to me, that is a
would
professional golfer.
absolutely
That's
dust
not the
that
same
guy.
thing.
Huh?
That's not the same thing. Professional long drive golfer
I don't
and
care.
professional golfer
Hey,
is not the same thing.
Is professional and golfer in the exact same sentence? Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay, so
there
you're
you
saying
go.
a professional mini golfer can shoot 55.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one. That's a
I
good
don't
one.
think there's, well, maybe there's not a tour.
Like, I'm not a big Bryson guy, but if Bryson played Berkshire 100 times at our course, he'd beat him 100 times.
But here's the thing.
100 times.
He would
Here's
beat
the-
him
No
100
way.
times. Yes,
No,
he would.
No, he
But
wouldn't.
here's the thing.
Yes, he would.
Would he shoot 55?
Yes.
I think Bryson shoots
You still got to make the putts.
par 71
Hey,
too.
he's gonna have a good day like he did on the weekend.
Our greens aren't the
Bryce-
truest greens. out
Bryson's
there.
hitting. Bryson's hitting.
Try
He's hit-
putting on hole 16, Bryson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try putting on 2.
Try hitting 7 iron on 8.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's hitting
Yeah.
8 iron on 9.
He's hitting 7 and 8 iron into 2 par 4s.
He's not hitting 7 iron, you
Hit-
guys.
yes,
Like,
yes, he is.
It's
His-
280, man.
It doesn't
yes,
matter.
He is. So you're telling me he hits a 7 iron as far as you hit a 3 wood?
Yep.
Like, no, he doesn't
Oh my
hit
God.
a 280
Stockyard, just
yard
pull it up.
7 iron.
Pull it up. He's too long. We've been over his stock yardages before.
He hit 9 iron on one of the days when I saw one of their highlights,
There it is.
and
I
it
see a
was
graphic right there.
225.
I'm just happy that you guys have moved on to professional athletes now, and
Okay,
not
sorry,
just talking
what are
about
we saying?
random long drive
We're
guys
saying,
shooting
what's
55.
Bryson's 8 iron
Bryson's 8 iron.
stock yardage?
If I can
Keep
get
in mind he's lost 60 pounds.
Yeah, this was before.
What is-
That's probably going to be before
Would you find like
when-
185?
when he was all beefed up.
this internet in here.
His
is
stock
not
8
very
iron's
good.
like 200, 210 maybe.
Yeah, so
No.
7 iron's not
Probably 9
280.
7 iron's probably 220, 230.
Yeah, right into the long stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, into the wind too hard.
Well, no, he'd flight it down and get a little extra roll out of it for sure.
We're moving on from
Moving
this.
on while Canoe finds his stock yardages.
I'll find it.
Just find the graphic you got, but
Well,
make
it
sure
won't,
it's
just
not
won't
blurry.
come up.
But we do need to talk about Bryson's comments about when he was younger, he
Playing the
played from
forward
the
tees.
forward tees just to get himself in that mindset to shoot low numbers. And
Absolutely.
I love that idea. Like we
I
need to,
saw that and I'm like, I think I might play from the Reds this week one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said to Bronell immediately, let's play this week in the yellows.
yeah.
Just to have fun. I will say to the Paradise comment of my week earlier, I love also, like Bronell, I enjoy playing not with Canoop on new courses because he always wants to play the tips, and the guys that I've been golfing with are the other coaches on the team. We're playing like second from the back or even third from the back. Yeah. These were both second from the back, but it's just 6,100 yards.
Yeah. I played Legends. I played Blues, just because I was playing with a guy that was playing Blues, and
just
like
enjoyable.
It was like 6,300 yards, and it's like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't need to hit driver 4-iron into a par 4.
I still had 8 penalty strokes. Didn't matter.
So just to clarify, nothing wrong with 6,300. You're saying?
Yeah, well, I feel like this is a trap, but I don't think it's on me.
Well, I just know that you guys can make a big stink about Waskesiu being so short.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like playing the course once in a while at 6,300, not all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And
okay,
you can't just put in two 550 yard par 5s and just to extend the number on a course.
How many are over 400?
What's 8 at Waskesiu? 570?
6, I think.
What's that?
What's 8 at Waskesiu? What?
600.
Yeah, so they just throw a 600 in there so they're not sub 6 on the course.
Well, they need a par 5.
Yeah, you got trapped in your own trap, man.
But if you play the Yellows tomorrow at the Hillcrest, what are you shooting?
Honestly, I don't think much lower.
What are you
You
talking
still have to
about? You're
make
hitting
the putts.
wedges into all the par 3s.
It's 65.
Yeah.
I think I might break par from the Yellows at the home course.
Like, you still gotta
You might, yeah.
put it close and make putts, and
You take
You
just hard.
listening to this guy? But Bryson's automatically shooting 55.
Yeah.
He's better than I am.
Yeah, but
I understand that,
like,
but he's
way
still got to
better
hit it
than
close
I
and make the putts.
still got to make the putts. I'm just glad you guys have moved on from Berkshire to an actual pro golf.
Okay, sorry. So Bryson's gonna hit 4-iron on 8, 4-iron on 9, maybe
Okay,
5.
that's a
depending on
lot
the week.
different than 7 and 8 irons, by the way.
Is he going to hit the green?
Accuracy-wise.
Probably putting it within 15, 20 feet.
Okay, so he's going to birdie those holes like everybody else does.
Well, he putts pretty well. Probably making 2. I one of those.
Are you listening to this, Harv?
Yeah. He's also eagling all 4 par 5s probably.
7.
We already talked about this.
Do you know what?
7 and 10. He's driving the green.
What's the 4-iron proximity to the hole on tour? Because wedges
Doesn't
is
matter.
like 15 feet, and you're saying he's going to hit 4-iron to 15 feet.
Yeah,
He's
PGA Tour
automatically
greens,
getting
man.
that 4-iron to
We
15 feet.
We have very receptive greens.
That's right.
Said no one ever.
We're moving on. Phil, we'll talk about him a little bit. What was the live conversation with him?
Oh, he had just come out with a tweet saying that this whole I guess reparations that they would have to do to come back to play on the PGA Tour is just a waste of time. They're just wasting their breath. And
Yeah, they don't want us.
Yeah.
They don't want to come back.
Yeah, they don't want to. So
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Phil congratulated Tiger Woods on becoming the 6th player director. Was that a jab or was that
That was a dig, right?
that was
no,
it?
I don't
Was it a
think
dig?
so. No, I think he's genuine about that. I really do.
Hmm.
But it's taken so long for him to be able to get into that position because he's never cared about golf prior to that, and now all of a sudden does.
Didn't he say something about like to hold people accountable or something like that in his quote?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe I think he's
because like Tiger's never really been held accountable for
No,
anything
I
that
think he
he's
was-
done. Like that's
Oh,
why
that's
I
I
thought
think
it
he
was
was
a bit of a
meaning it
dig.
to hold the other guys accountable because he's done so much in his career for the PGA Tour. So he's a good guy to have on their, I guess, on the board. I don't know.
Hell of a role model, yeah.
And that rolls along into the next match, I guess. Not really the match, but a match between Bryson and Phil, 9-hole match. So is that the live style? They only play 9
who's
Oh,
holes.
it is only 9? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
9 holes.
Interesting.
5 and 4.
Bryson might beat him 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that
at
was
the Hillcrest.
that was part of it, right? So Bryson had shot his 58, and Phil came right out after that, congratulating him. But he said him and Cam Tringali just mopped him on Wednesday, so he wanted a congratulations for getting him ready for the week.
Yeah. I think we're going to talk Ryder Cup at the end. So we'll go to the schedule. Released, obviously, designated events have been changed to now signature events, and they're not mandatory. So everything's changed again. There's 2 signature events with no cuts, I think you said, Canoop?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pebble's a signature event this year, and the big one, the Canadian Open's scheduled for May 30th to June 2nd, which doesn't really line up great for us or for people that are going to be attending because it's
Playing.
Canadian Open, Memorial, U.S. Open, right? And then
Yes.
Travelers.
So all 3 of those are signature events.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
really does not help.
But at the same time, because it's RBC and it's Canadian Open, technically it's not as big of a hit because a lot of those guys are RBC guys. The Canadians will all be there, obviously, but it hurts the non-RBC names.
Yeah.
Is really what it comes down to.
And it's going to help.
But that was kind of the case this year too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to
but
help
that's
that it's
the
at
shitty thing,
Hamilton,
right?
though. It's going to help that it's at Hamilton and not, Oakdale.
Like they just
Yeah.
keep getting the shaft because none of the good guys minus the RBC guys are going to end up coming here.
Yeah.
Right? That gets moved to maybe the week before that, and that ends up actually being a kind of a pretty good weekend for it.
Yes. To the Pebble Beach point, I believe also they've changed it so the AMs are only Thursday, Friday now.
Yeah.
So no weekend at all.
No weekend at
wow.
all.
That kind of
So-
stinks for them.
Stinks for them. We'll have to get Dubé on, see what his thoughts are.
Yeah.
I know
'cause,
he
he's
had-
only played
when
twice now.
When we had talked to him, he figured it was going to be a
He said
signature
he,
event
like
next year.
many other people, have said that it deserves the opportunity to be a
Yeah.
signature event.
For sure. Yeah.
And
One of
then
the
now,
best courses in the world.
best
Yeah.
courses, prime time because it's on the West Coast. Just like
Yeah.
all the stars have finally aligned for them to showcase again. Like any time that you have a course like that with the history and one of the longest events on tour,
Yeah.
if not the longest, I think it was second longest or longest.
Yeah.
Give it to him. So
Harv, any comments on the schedule or can we move on?
No, move on.
Oh, good.
fell asleep.
Jenna and Brooks had their kid. They named it Crew.
Crew Kepka.
Yeah,
Crew
Crew
Sims.
Sims
Crew Sims?
Kepka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
kind of a neat name.
CREW.
Don't hate it.
That's a bad name.
I knew
There's
it.
there's no way to sugarcoat that. It's just a bad name.
This one here. How about this one for you, Harv? There's a kid this weekend playing ball. His name is Cannon Jr.
Cannon Jr.
And so there's a Cannon Senior.
Like the dad's name's Cannon as well.
I guess.
Oh,
Seems like very progressive parents back in the day. Oh, where did I see? I got
That's a hard as fuck name though.
yeah. Crew or
you gotta
Cannon?
go by CJ.
Cannon.
You're Cannon Jr. You can't be called
Do you?
Cannon.
No, you gotta take it. I think
I
And
will.
especially if you don't got a good arm.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw this somewhere. I will rack my brain, so I might miss the next topic while I think of it. But I remember seeing a list of kids' names. I don't know if it was at the tournament that we're at or another tournament on social media or something. And then one of the names in there was just the most absurd name I've ever seen before. And now I just got to remember where I saw it. So
You talking about
You
dude
guys-
person?
Nice.
what's that?
You talking about dude person?
Not
In the
dude person.
NCAA?
No, not the NCAA
That was a
list.
great list.
Because that list is awesome. Dude person's the best. No, it was like it was a kid at either, I think it might have been, there was in Lethbridge, they had a junior tournament, like junior nationals. And I think it was one of the kids in there. I just can't remember where I saw the program, where I can look it up. But it was like Speedy or something.
You're just
like
going to be
that. Like,
hammering Facebook
Oh,
now
yeah,
trying to
I-
figure it out.
I almost took a picture of it, but I didn't have my phone with me when I saw it. Oh, it was so
All
ridiculous.
right, I
Like
think we got to move on
it
from
was
it. though. I
14
think we
years
gotta
ago
move
that
on.
this dad
Yeah, 'cause-
gave this kid this name. It's just like what
What were you thinking?
I guess we'll move
Blitz
on.
or something.
We'll move on to Kirkland clubs.
Oh yeah. So everybody's all been wild about their balls have been very popular. The wedges have, the putter as well, but they have a brand new driver coming and a set of irons. The driver looks like a Titleist.
Everything they do is Titleist, isn't it?
Yeah, like who's leaking the prototypes to Kirkland from
Great
Titleist.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they look all the same.
Yeah.
Every single one. Every single club they've made, and ball, and driver, and wedge, and putter.
And you know what?
It's all
Good for
Titleist.
them. Golf stuff is getting so expensive now, right? If they can come in and make something that's maybe a little more than 3/4 just as good, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, the irons are supposed to be $1,200. It's not like they're cheap.
That's
$1,200? Really?
Yeah.
Callaway's got irons that are cheaper than that.
And significantly better.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm.
got the plug
an
in. Nice guys.
organic ad.
Yeah.
Um,
Apex Pros. Soon.
Speaking of balls, I guess the rollback is having a bit of a pushback.
Old balls.
Me and Maddie didn't even want to talk about this, so
Yeah, you guys go.
Canoop.
I actually thank you for bringing this up because I thought of it. We talked. We had lots of people talk to us about how much they enjoyed Bronell and I's 2-man pod.
Yep.
My suggestion would be rather than fully swinging the pendulum to 2-man pods, it's just like if you don't like a topic, just say
Just
I'm
don't
out.
say anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that
So
all the
it's
time.
just-
Just a quick little note.
I did that with the live for
No.
6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Nope.
people missed it.
But we just.
Yeah.
But this is the thing: is if 2 people say that they want to talk about a topic, it makes pod topics. That's it. So if Harv posts something and
but Harv
everyone
makes-
else says not talking about
It's-
that, it gets deleted out of that chat. If one other guy says it, then it makes the show. And right now, this whole balls shit, I'm just gonna be like, go ahead,
It's all speculative.
you guys
It's
talk.
not, it's not speculative.
Isn't it?
That's the entire reason that they came out and wrote this letter, this memo to the USGA. Said we are not going to follow this modified local rule, ball rule. So do what you want, but we're not going to follow it. Especially
But
the
won't
week
they have
after.
to for the U.S. Open?
What's that?
Won't they have to for the U.S. Open?
They would have to for the U.S. Open, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really intimidating the USGA.
Well, yeah, but if they're only going to do it for one tournament, like nobody's going to put stock into that. Like none of the manufacturers are going to make this unbelievable ball, right? They'll end up saying to the USGA, well, okay, go ahead, make your own ball, right? The other companies aren't going to make this. They're not going to put a bunch of money into R&D if nobody is going to use it other than one
Oh, this was
week a
the
year.
ball companies? I thought this was the PGA Tour. Or was that last week?
Both of them have said that. So PGA Tour said that last week, and now the Professional Golfers Association of the World have come out and said we're also not going to follow this.
So why don't idea segment at when you register at the U.S. Open, they just have a giant bin of balls that are all exactly the same.
Plain white.
Yeah,
Yep.
plain white. Everyone gets these,
Yep. Done.
but they have
But-
to have like time. They have to have like some sort of stamp on them, so then they know that the guys just aren't getting their own balls
Yes.
made.
But at this point, right, then put the onus on them. Hey, if you guys want to make your own ball and you want to have it for your own championship, well, there you go. You can develop it yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you millions and millions and millions of dollars because
Or it
you're
won't
going to
cost
need a
them a cent.
factory and all this other shit, right? Go ahead. Good for you. Take it.
Even better, it doesn't cost anything, and they're just
Yeah.
shit balls.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all white, and then guys just have to get their hands, and they can send them to all the golfers. They're like, here's the ball you're using. Practice with it what you want. And then
Acid
everyone-
washed balls.
Yeah, and then everyone shows up to the event,
Yeah.
and they've either practiced with that ball or they haven't, and the playing field is completely level other than all their other equipment.
Yep. Done.
Idea segment. We just solved it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even need to put money into R&D. They just make whatever ball, pick the best one that's currently out there, and
Yeah.
move on. Roll it back and move on.
Might as well just pick a Callaway Super Soft.
Nice.
It'd be perfect.
Nice. Bronze, you got anything left on there?
Are you guys done?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
just-
I said I was taking the option on that, and then I just created. I
Yeah.
just
See?
solved the
I'm just
problem
trying to.
instead.
I'm just trying to make my U.S. Ryder Cup team here, and it's
That
Are we
sticky
there
note's
yet?
still there.
still there. I just had to add 4 names to it.
Did you
Last
get to
couple
cross
news
them out,
items.
though?
Alex Fitzpatrick won on the Challenge Tour. I don't know why we brought that up, but
I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's good for him.
noteworthy.
Kind of
he's-
around the
his,
world.
his game is really turning into something.
We didn't
two
talk about
left.
Rogers Trophy.
No, we didn't talk any trophies. I don't have around the world or anything. So, probably the biggest news of the week, boys. Angel Cabrera released from prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
get
out.
that
Be in
Masters prep
Augusta.
going.
So
He's got
does
to
he
get back,
get an
right?
invite?
Yeah.
Does he get an invite? You think?
He might.
Is
a
there
past
is there fine print?
champion.
Is there fine print? No, you can't serve a jail sentence.
We need to start following him because when he gets that invite in the mail and he posts it on Twitter, we need to see that thing.
We should get him on the pod.
He's just not allowed to drive to the event. He has to get chauffeured.
That's
That's
mean,
fair.
that's
That's fair.
fair.
I feel like that's fair.
I think he'd be willing to make that compromise.
Yeah.
Maybe I would think his license is revoked.
You'd think, yeah.
And the last one here before we want to talk about Ryder Cup a little bit. The viral vids going around. Just of
Yes.
people that-
This is a topic that I would talk
so
about.
you can go
Yeah,
on
you
about
drive
it.
this
I
one,
think
because-
I think I'm of the same boat. So I posted. I can't remember who it was. Someone posted on social media about it was a compilation of people trying to be funny or
Well, that guy destroying
entertaining.
that green.
One guy destroys the green. It's a bunch of people at Top Golf being idiots. People hitting each other with carts.
Yeah.
All this stuff. And it's just basically, have we gone too far with people trying to get their 15 minutes of fame via viral?
We have gone too far.
golf
We
clips.
haven't, but some people have.
I think I agree with this
Oh, it's
person.
gone
that
too far.
It's gone too far. Golf has now become a fad and a get noticed quick sport.
Instagram,
Because anyone can play it, and this is the reason why we love golf, is you
Yeah.
can play it until you're 95, 100 years old. You can play it with your kids, all this stuff. There's so many good things about golf, but with that now, it's peeling back the curtain to how much fun golf is, but also how easy, some may say, in some cases, it is to create golf content.
Yeah, fake aces, shit
Fake
like that.
aces, shit like
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
Instagram
And so
is
now
yeah.
it's ruining the game. Well,
Right.
not ruining for us,
No.
but the amount of fake shit out there, or I don't know what it is, just dumb content with
Just
related to golf.
set up stuff.
Yeah, it just,
I
it's
just-
starting
yeah.
to make me upset.
Yeah.
And I-
Instagram
Just
is
like
hard to go through.
COVID ruined trick shots.
COVID ruined trick shots. That's a really good point too.
Mm-hmm.
It's all people could do. Trick shots in their houses while they're cooped up.
Yeah, all it is, like the ones where it's like you're chipping onto a fan blade, and it's like, okay, you had 3 days to work on this. Good for you.
Yeah, like I think Josh Kelly and hole-in-one trick shots, like that guy's done it the right way by being good and creating cool things.
Yeah.
He's kind of ruined it because now there's so many people like that.
Yeah.
Like I think Mac Boucher, he's done it the right way. He's got his slinging,
Style,
right?
yep.
His style, and he's done it the right way. But some of these other ways of doing it, yeah, I don't agree with it. I hate it.
Yep.
And I'm glad this guy posted it because it hit me right where I needed
Grinds
to be
your
hit.
gears. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Last thing was Stuart Sink got named the last vice captain for the Ryder Cup, and I made this Ryder Cup list probably I don't know how long ago. It's been months now.
How many of them are right?
I didn't have Wyndham Clark or Brian Harmon even on the list, not even on like the potentials.
Now
Yeah,
they're
So
on the
that's how
team.
much it can change.
Yeah, but
in
they won. So that
but still, like
is
that's not
understandable.
didn't just win. They've won and played well enough to make it up there because
Well,
they're
no.
both
They're
locked
not
on.
gonna.
Yes.
They're not gonna add another vice captain for JT.
but within so I think
That's the way he's getting on.
the second year, right? Because it's 2 years of points, right?
Right.
The first year, so the current year is weighted higher than the second year. So that's why when they win,
Oh yeah.
right? Because it's so recent that
Yeah.
they get extra points for them.
Yeah. So I had Horschel on my potentials list as well. That's how long ago
2
this
months
was.
ago, you did?
No, more than that. This was probably 4 months ago now.
Jeez.
But yeah, he was on there. So the
I
standings.
know you were begging to produce that. Like when you wrote it, you wanted to talk about it, and then just kind of got.
Yeah.
I think you
well,
might
I
have
wanted
lost
to
the
talk
note.
about. I wanted to talk about the
Probably,
fact.
it's probably for the better we held off so long. You would have looked completely foolish.
Well,
Horschel.
yeah. The Europe
At least
team
he's
hasn't
saying
changed
it.
much, but the fact that I wanted to bring up when I made this is that the Europeans on the live aren't significant enough to make the Ryder Cup. But now Bryson,
That depends, though.
I didn't have
That was
Bryson
a
on my
big
list.
thing because they always take Sergio and Poulter and Westwood. Like, they've done that for the last 10 years when they haven't been relevant on any tour.
Yeah, but they took Poulter.
Sergio's been fine the last time that he was on it, but Poulter did not
Poulter
play well.
stunk last time.
Yep. He did not play well.
Yeah. So the current standings are Scheffler, Clark, Harmon, Brooks, Xander, Cantlay are the 6. And then we got Homa, Young, Spieth, Bradley, Morikawa, Burns, Fowler, JT, Denny. Like, when I made this list, I had DJ on there, obviously. Russell Henley I had on there. Sahith Theegala was on there. He was playing really well. He's kind of faded out. But, yeah, like, do you guys think JT's automatically no-go just based on recent play, or is he going to get on because of his name?
I do not think that he should make it based on his play.
But
Correct.
he shouldn't make it, but is he going to make it?
I don't think he will. I don't think they take him this year.
I don't think you can.
I think they have to
Well,
make an
it's
example.
too big of a thing. Like, how do you take him and then spout he's been such a key guy for USA, but then leave off someone like Reed or
Well, Keegan Bradley.
DJ
Keegan's
or
won
Keegan
3
Bradley,
times.
Like,
Yes, Keegan's won 3 times this
they
year.
got no foot to stand on with JT right now.
No.
He's not good enough with his play. And if you say it's from past records, well, there's better past records that are playing better.
Patrick Reed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's playing better, but
No. But his past record is better than JT's.
yeah, he had that one good session.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
So I think Couples made it known that Homo was pretty much a lock and that Spieth was a lock. So that's 8.
Didn't he say Cam Young too?
Cam Young is a lock, as far as I'm concerned. So that's 9. Then you got Morikawa is probably a lock.
Is he though?
I think he is.
He's not playing.
He's
Yeah.
playing good enough.
I guess in 4-ball he would be, or in foursomes it would be good.
So then you got Bradley, Burns, Fowler, JT, McCarthy, Finau to kind of round out the last 2. To me, I'm getting Ricky on there and probably McCarthy. That's my last 2 personally, but
I think you have to take Keegan.
it's hard not to take Burns either. Like,
Yeah.
He hasn't had that good of a year though.
no, but
How far away are we from this announcement?
End of playoffs, I believe, isn't
yeah,
it?
a
not?
couple weeks.
We got some time.
Got some time, but yeah, we won't talk about Team Europe today.
Okay, good.
Okay, pick recap.
Sorry, for the record, I don't have an answer. I think it's Ricky and Bradley. If I had to prove,
You think the other 10 that I mentioned were locks? Like
yes.
Morikawa
yeah,
was a
yeah,
lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricky's there for sure. Probably should be Bradley. I wouldn't be
It really
surprised or upset if it was Finau, but if it's JT or anyone else, then that's just stupid.
I'm picking Finau over JT, but yeah.
But that's the thing is I don't think you could pick Finau over Ricky and Bradley.
You can't pick any of those guys over Keegan.
I would
for
pick
the year that he's.
I would pick all of them over Bradley. I would pick.
Why though?
Well, we haven't even mentioned Dustin Johnson either.
Yeah, but he ain't making it.
Yeah.
His year is stunk.
Doesn't care.
His major year has been bad.
Yeah. And can Brooks fall
No,
out for the last playoffs here?
he's locked.
Didn't think so. But
Okay.
pick recap. I guess Matty B won again.
Oh,
so,
baby.
Standings are 36 for Matty B. Me with 23. Harv 17. Canute 15. So this thing's over.
Well, not unless we count those 8
Fall season.
silly season
Have you done
events,
the
because technically they're not in either season.
Yeah. Have you done the math yet to see at what point I'll win those 2?
Well, it just
Did
it
you
brings it
listen to the
in.
pod when he
Like,
brought this up? And
Well, Bronell could run the table, and we got a match here.
Could,
Nice.
but I
because
ain't.
this lead is getting so big that those 8, then you'll just have egg on your face because it'll start in January.
So what's there 3 events left?
It's a good year. Matty B and I both won trophies.
There's
didn't
that
win.
too. Yeah.
Diddly squat.
uh,
What's there 3 events left?
3,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all worth 3. So I could get 12 points
So
technically.
12 points,
It's not
yeah.
even enough. Unless you
Picked
pick
winners or pick.
you pick
winner.
one and lose one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, that ain't gonna
oh,
happen.
that's a good.
there is a chance, yeah.
All
So-
right.
Bronell picks the winners. Matty B gives well, I guess it won't because 2 people can't win.
No, but if he picks the winner for me, I get the point and he loses a point.
Yeah, I'm sure Kirk Kitayama can win for you this week.
What if?
I guess, yeah. A lot needs to go
Is
right,
that the
but it's
first
not
pick?
quite over just yet.
I'm
Why
not
don't
even
you
going
just not pick for him. Then you can't lose a point.
Sure, I
And
can.
he
I can
can-
still pick the winner.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go through the names. Matty B had JT 12, Aberg 14, who he picks every single week. There should be an asterisk there.
Oh, just wait. I actually got to see if he's playing this
And
week. to
actually,
know if I
Batia
can
missed the
pick
cut for
I
him.
don't think
33
he,
average.
I don't think he's playing this week.
Harv pulled a Canoop and picked Keith Mitchell. He wasn't even in the field. So that's it. You got a preview?
I do. Just a short one. FedEx St. Jude Classic happening this week. TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee. Par 77,243 yards. Points are quadrupled this week, so we could see kind of a big shift in points for somebody that plays fairly decently. Kuchar is the only man to play every single playoff since its inception in 2007. The only other person that could have said that missed out this week, or last week, I should say, was Adam Scott, narrowly missing out.
By
So
the second, yeah.
so
It was JT, then him.
yeah. So not a bunch of big names in that kind of 50 to 70 category. So I don't know. We need a lot of them to kind of play really well to come up and knock some of those 40 to kind of 30 people out. One of those guys that we kind of want to keep an eye on is Mac Hughes. So he's at 47 this week. So he needs to kind of have a decent week to still stick around.
Yeah.
If any of those 50 to 70 guys kind of end up playing really well to kind of knock him out. So just a few things to kind of keep an eye on
Hadwin's at
this week.
44.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that they're locks, but if he goes last place and a bunch
Yeah.
of the 50 to 70 guys
And Svensson's
end up
38.
playing well,
Yeah.
then who
Yeah, like,
knows? Anything can happen.
There's
So,
some surprising names that made the top 70.
yeah,
I can't believe Matt Kuchar. That streak's pretty impressive.
it is.
Yep.
I hate the guy, but yep, it is impressive.
Yes.
That's it. Nice and quick.
Okay.
So, how are we doing picks?
Same
Same?
as always. Yep.
Okay, there's not many guys outside the top 50 playing, but
Like some of these guys, like Matthew Neesmith did not win this year, correct?
no.
Like he's in the top 70.
Okay, 67th. Pick him.
Negative. I'm giving you Kurt Kitayama. I want to make this thing as big as a victory as I can.
Oh,
I
that
don't
happened to
think-
me earlier this year. I gave him to somebody and he won.
Yep.
He won. Was that you that benefited, or was that Canoop?
I think that was the Canoop one.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Okay.
Couldn't keep track of these.
I'm second, hey?
Pardon me?
He wants you to
Keep track of who picked who, and
I
then
heard
post
that,
it.
but
He's on his phone. Can't do it.
Matt, Bruno.
Someone just write them down and take a picture.
Then what?
Or-
Me?
Then it's you. No, that's Brownell.
I'm going to take Taylor Moore.
Is it me or Harv?
Next?
Yeah.
You.
Harv
Canoop
last.
next.
Hold on. Kitayama. Moore. Boy.
Correct.
I'm going to give Corey.
Corey.
Who?
Corey.
Core. I'm going to give
Jesus
Harv.
Christ.
Yeah. Cam Davis.
Oh,
Cam Davis. Okay.
49th in the world.
Harv, who you got?
Take Ben on.
Okay. I'm going to take, coming off a miscut, I'm going to take Adam Hadwin.
Yeah. Okay. Who am I going to give you?
Ricky.
Kitayama's 150 to 1, hey?
So is Tom Hoagie,
Why is Keegan 60 to 1?
because he's on the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right? What are you thinking here?
I'm going to give you Nick Taylor.
Ooh, Canadians. So I got to take Svensson next.
Have to.
I was taking Svensson right now.
Right, yeah, right now. Yeah. You were taking him last. Not right now.
No.
I guess I'm taking
I
Matt
love that.
Hughes.
There we go. I like it.
Unless Harv takes him.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want because you have it locked. So
Yeah, I can. I really can.
Who's up?
You.
Oh, Lucas Glover.
Wow, okay.
Going back to back.
Hoping he's feeling real
He's
good.
still not inside the top 50, hey?
Well,
53rd.
he'll have sex for the first time in years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He might be
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah, but what's that old adage? Isn't it 72-hour rule, 24-hour rule, 48-hour rule, whatever?
Never
it is?
heard of it.
Really? No. Interesting.
Didn't Ovechkin say he used to do the deed before games?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then everyone said that's counterintuitive
Yeah.
to Knoop's point, I believe.
And then he'd drink Dr. Pepper on the bench. So
He did okay.
he's going to have the most goals in NHL history in a couple of years. So.
Mac Hughes. Mac Hughes for me.
I'll take Lee Hodges.
Okay.
Just because you want to say Duck Hodges?
He's been playing well.
Yeah, it's been, yeah.
Duck Hodges is Leanie Wilson's boyfriend.
It's bonkers to me. She's got a bouquet. You know what? Give me Killer Keith.
Oh, nice.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
I hope so. If not, I'll pick
Fingers
a new guy.
crossed. So I got to give Knoop,
I guess so.
Yep.
Adam Shank,
Oof.
Okay.
his guy.
That
Yeah.
is my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love him. I will say.
Okay, I'm hanging up here.
Okay,
I don't
see
have a best bet.
Night.
See you later.
Night.
Good
Good night,
night.
guys.
Good night. I will say as we put together our best bets here. See you, Harp. That Saskatchewan Day giveaway is blowing up my phone.
Oh, it's insane. I don't know why I didn't turn off notifications, but
Boosted parlays. Like I was thinking of letting Bet365 pick the best bet this week.
really?
Yeah, I don't mind Cantlay, Shoffley, Spieth top 20s.
What was our
Plus
bet last week?
466.
wasn't
Neiman
here.
to win. He finished like T26.
That was a
Yeah, okay.
lazy ass bet.
Well, no, we didn't remember. We didn't have the odds. The odds
I
were
don't
not
remember.
It
out.
was a
I
day
wasn't
early.
there.
Oh yeah, the odds were not out
Yeah, odds weren't out yet.
because we did it a day early.
Connors and Svensson top 20 finishes plus 1,000. And you can cheer for Canadians.
That's not bad.
I'll bet it right now.
In a 70-man field?
Top 20s for Connors and Svensson. Svensson T7 last week. Connors is Connors.
Plus 1,000?
What about Cantlay, Xander, and Spieth? I hate
was
three.
just looking at that, and I love that.
I already said it out loud, but no one heard me.
Speed stinks, though. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Guys
What's
played
that
here
one?
forever.
What's it paying?
466.
Yeah.
What about
For top
Scheffler,
20s?
Scheffler, Rory, Rahm top 10s? Plus 620. 10s, though.
Scheffler,
3 of the
Rory,
top
Rahm.
10.
No,
That's
they're not
tough.
all in there. They're not all in there.
I love two guys at plus 1,068.
Yeah, I like it.
Connors and Svensson.
I can get behind
One
it.
of them won't, but I like the bet still.
I love when they boost bets and they're barely boosted, but it's just just enough.
That's almost 2. That's 2 points. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Couple blips.
Just enough.
Ricky's 5. He's got a little boost of 5 points there.
Yeah, I know. So what do you think?
I like
I
the
don't
Canadians
mind.
one myself, but
Yeah, me too. Harv will love it.
Lock
I
it
know
in.
it. I know Harv will love it.
Let's do it. You might as
Okay.
well.
Connors
Canadian
and
won last
Svensson.
week. Let's do it.
Connors and Svensson top 20s. I'm betting it. I'm reloading the account just in time for football season. Oh, you weren't here for last week too.
Yeah. time.
I haven't bet in a while, and funny enough, I'm going to be adding some to the account just in time for football, so I can put together same game parlays every single primetime game.
It's time. Yep.
I can't wait
Tackles,
for football
tackles,
'cause
tackles.
There's been no sports on. Like
I will say,
Jays are rolling.
yeah, I love baseball, but I'm
after the
starting-
Orioles dusted them.
My kids' ball might have
Well, wake up.
got
Yeah.
me tired of baseball right now. I
Yeah.
got two playoff games of my own though, so I'm kind of back.
Yeah.
Next week I'll be tired of baseball.
Remember when you said you're going to golf every weekday in September?
I did say that out loud. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, if my ball team doesn't come to play this week, ball season will be over for my kid and me this week, and then all I have left is golf.
yeah.
You know what we need to do?
What's that?
Labor Day's in like 4 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. We got to get some prizes going big time.
Yeah. We'll take this one offline. It's full, but like right full. Like maybe over capacity full
Oh, yeah. To the brim.
to the brim. But yeah, that's none of your guys' business yet. So you guys got anything left?
No, nothing.
All right, until next week, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.